I failed a run. I failed a swim. I failed a no course. I failed pool comp. I failed like everything. When I went through, if you failed something twice, you got rolled. Mm-hmm. But if you failed something once, you could stay with the class. And so if you failed 2 runs, you got rolled. And then if you failed one in the next class, you got dropped. So I only failed one of everything, and some of the ones were, like there were some swims that pretty much almost everyone in the class failed because the tide or the current or whatever. There were some runs where a lot of people failed because it maybe wasn't quite 4 miles. And
maybe a little over.
Yeah, it was a little over. But so I failed a little bit of everything, but not enough to get me rolled. And I stayed with my class the whole time, made it through one shot.
How did you deal with failure?
Just tried to go harder. I failed a run. I paced myself on a run, which I wasn't fast enough to pace myself. I needed, for basically everything that I did in Buzz, I just need to go 100%. Mm-hmm. And probably, I don't know, my 3rd or 4th run in first phase, I was kind of like, I'll try pacing myself. And so I went at a pace and I just was wrong and failed. And so I never paced myself again on those runs. I just ran as hard as I could because that's the only thing I wanted to do, man, was get through that training and be a SEAL. So I just put out hard, and that's how I overcame failure, just by pure, just aggressive hard work, man. I failed pool comp, and me and one of my buddies, this shouldn't even be legal, but we got dive equipment from dive phase to practice with, but we wore it in the dip tank. So we were pool comping each other in the dip tank on a weekend. And then got through it on Monday,
So for those that are listening, pool comp is an exercise that you do in second phase. It's open circuit diving, and it's one of the more strenuous weeks that you go through in Buds. A lot of people fail it. It's a lot of people say that pool comp, they basically beat the shit out of you underwater with tanks on. Mm-hmm. A lot of people say that pool comp is the last major hurdle that you're going to have to pass to get through Buds.
Yeah.
So, but how did you deal with the mental stress? Did that affect you at all, or was it the physical stuff, or was it both?
Man, I had fun. I'm not saying it wasn't hard. Like Hell Week's hard. It's cold, wet, miserable. But I mean, I wasn't really mentally stressed. I was kind of having fun. I enjoyed it. Like, man, you're gonna get to be a frogman.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I would have done whatever they told me to do. Like, I think there's some people that show up to Buds that they would rather die. And I was definitely in that category. So, and I think they figured that out. I think they figured out with guys. They go, yeah, this guy, we're not going to break this guy. Because they'll try, But eventually they go, yeah, we can maybe hurt him physically, but we're not going to break him mentally.
So for somebody that's going through Buds right now, would you have any advice for them? Or what would your one piece of advice be?
Yeah, I tell people this one piece of advice all the time: don't quit.
Love it.
And that statistically is right, because the vast majority of people that make it through Buds, they quit. They don't get performance. If you get rolled for a run, you're going to have 6 weeks to get better at running. Mm-hmm. You can pass the runs. If you get rolled for swimming, if you get rolled for pool comp, you're going to get good at pool comp for the next 6 weeks until you start up with your next class. What'd you do for those 6 weeks? You practiced pool comp over and over and over again. So the people that don't make it, generally speaking, quit. So if you don't quit, you should be in a pretty good spot. So don't quit.